You're watching the Alabama Weather Network.
It's Tuesday, the 10th of November. This is James Spann. As advertised, it is a cold, blustery day across Alabama, and some of you have seen a little bit of snow today. In fact, here's a look at some of the snow flurries coming down up in Jackson County. They've had the better snowflakes, if you will. We've seen them as far south as Cullman County, Winston County, Franklin County had a few snowflakes. And again, no accumulation, no impact. Temperatures are above freezing, but hey, that is a sign of the times. These videos coming from Rosalie in Jackson County and also Stevenson in Jackson County. So certainly a novelty on an early November day in the great state of Alabama. We've had snow this early before. In fact, we're coming up on the anniversary of the November 15th, 1989 tornado, horrible F4 tornado in Huntsville. And the day after that, on the 15th of November, had huge snow squalls coming through. But here's the deal. Got that very deep cold core upper trough, long wave trough over the eastern United States. Very cold air aloft. We got the convective little snow showers and snow flurries that you often see in the cool season with these things. And that's the delivery mechanism for the cold air. Now, away from North Alabama, nothing but sunshine for the southern half of the state. Tuscaloosa, sunny. Montgomery, Dothan, Mobile, not a cloud. Those clouds are mainly over the Tennessee Valley and the northeastern counties of the state where we've had those snow flurries. And really, you can't see them that well on radar. These are just tiny little snowflakes literally under the radar. But the better snows have been, as expected today, over the mountains of East Tennessee and western North Carolina, the Great Smokies. Check out those numbers. Now, these are not lows this morning. These are current observations here at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on the 10th of November. Barely above freezing in Cullman, Huntsville, Hamilton, Gadsden, Anniston. Look at Anniston, 35 degrees. That is pretty remarkable for this early in the season. In fact, let me pull up the average high for this date. We ought to be at, 67. So we're 30 degrees below average over North Alabama. 40s in South Alabama. Got a few spots touching 50 today. Dothan, Mobile at 50, Gulf Shores 54. But hey, you factor in that north wind, and that's what it feels like. These are wind chill indices at mid-afternoon. We've got those wind chill values below the freezing mark over the northern half of the state. So tonight, a freeze warning for all the Deep South, including the Gulf Coast and the Florida Panhandle. This will wrap up the growing season. Now, you don't see freeze warnings for the Tennessee Valley and Tennessee. They've already had a widespread freeze. This is for areas that have not experienced a widespread freeze. And we should mention all the counties in hot pink. That's a red flag warning for the potential for wildfire danger because of the very low dew points and those strong winds. And around the nation, again, winter weather advisories for East Tennessee, parts of Kentucky, and West Virginia. Otherwise, things are quiet. And we're sure not going to worry about severe thunderstorms. In fact, thunderstorms are basically impossible to find across the country right on through midweek. Rain for the next 7 days, valid through Monday morning of next week. And we have seen evidence from time to time we might see some rain toward the end of this weekend. But it's very iffy. In fact, a new batch of models coming in this morning look pretty dry. In fact, we'll take a look at that as we go. Quickly, in the tropics, nothing. We do believe our next hurricane will be in the summer of 2026. All right, model fans. European, 4 o'clock tomorrow, 12Z run. That big trough is moving off the Atlantic coast. A sunny day. Now, we're going to start the day way below freezing. Indeed, we've got freezing temperatures all the way to the Gulf Coast. Mobile, Gulf Shores, 31. 20 for Huntsville, Cullman, Hamilton. And inevitably, some of the colder pockets will see upper teens over North Alabama, where the sky is clear and the wind is totally calm. So again, very cold morning. Some records could be in danger. But the day will be sunny and the high will be back in the 50s as we start to warm up. This is Wednesday, a sunny day. Highs go in the 60s. Thursday, a sunny day. Low to mid 70s. We warm up quickly. Early season cold snaps don't last long. Same thing on Friday, and really the same thing on Saturday. Looks great. All across the Deep South. Lots of sunshine, highs in the 70s statewide. Dry and mild. Very nice. So Sunday, this little shortwave is not as vigorous on this run, and there's hardly any moisture on this run, and accordingly, the European has backed off on the rain chances. That's Sunday afternoon at midday, showing basically nothing. This is Sunday night at midnight, showing basically nothing. The run we showed you this morning had a good batch of rain in here with some thunder. And then a week from today, this is Monday the 17th, we got a more vigorous shortwave over Oklahoma, rain to the west, and we're still dry. So there's total model madness, meaning forecast confidence is very low for Sunday and next week. We'll keep going. This is out to 10 days. This is Thursday of next week, the 20th. We got a trough axis off to the west. A southwest flow will off, and evidence rain could be in here. So at some point, we will get some rain. Whether it's late this weekend or the middle of next week, we don't know that yet. But the pattern looks increasingly wet at some point down the line beyond 6-7 days from now. In fact, here's a look at rain for the next 15 days. The mean is down a little bit. It's been kind of waffling above and below that 2-inch mark. Now it's below 2 inches. This is between now and the 25th of November. Temperatures, national blend of models. 22, that's kind of a midpoint low tomorrow morning. We could see some of the colder pockets in the upper teens. But look at there, 70s are back late this weekend over the weekend, mostly 60s next week. And the latest long-range guidance, this is for November 18th through the 24th. Temperatures above average, so it might be a while, a couple of weeks before we see the next freeze in here. But we got to roll some Children's of Alabama Kid Cam. That's what we do. Albertville, Marshall County. A big group of third graders in the lunchroom. I love a big crowd. Man, we had a great session today talking about the science of meteorology. And yeah, we talked a little bit about winter storms. They had some snow flurries in Albertville today in Marshall County. Talked about how we forecast the weather balloon launches, convection, hurricanes, much more. What a great group, great school, and great teachers. So again, to everybody at Albertville Elementary School, Marshall County, thanks a lot for a great visit earlier today. Hey, you guys are looking good. So tomorrow, going to be at a youth leadership conference at the Alabama 4-H Center in Columbiana. And then after that, I will be speaking to a group at UAB in Birmingham. Wednesday, Springville Middle School, St. Clair County. Thursday, Thorsby High School, Chilton County. And then on Friday, Bagley Elementary School up toward Dora. Sayre, Summerton, up on the Walker-Jefferson County line. That'll be a lot of fun. Hey, tonight's Monday night. It's WeatherBrains night, and tonight's going to be a good show. We're going to look back. 50 years ago today came the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. And if you're an old guy like me, you remember the song from Gordon Lightfoot that really highlighted that event. That song is a remarkable story. It's all very accurate. But horrible tragedy, and we've got some experts on what happened when the gales of November come early. That huge storm on the Great Lakes 50 years ago on this date, November 10th, 1975, that brought down that big iron ore ship. That'll be tonight, youtube.com/weatherbrains. And we know that most of you listen, but we'll start at 7 o'clock Central. And don't forget, you can catch my forecast every day on ABC 3340 News this evening and on great radio stations around the state, including in Birmingham, 98.7 KISS. Thanks for watching. Have a great Monday evening, and God bless.